Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another reaction to another SunnyV2 video, and this is the satisfying failure of a horrible X Factor judge. That's an interesting title. I don't think I've ever watched X Factor. I've always heard it was awful. It's like one of the worst talent shows out there. I hate those, really. The only one I ever could get kind of into a little bit was America's Got Talent. Only in like highlights though, where I could skip all the talking and I just see the actual talent, you know what I mean? But and also because it wasn't all just like singing. I don't care about singing really. There's times where I'll be like, all right, I'll watch this guy's talent. You know, oh, this guy's a magician though. I'll watch that definitely. You know what I mean? Like anyway, but besides that, like I never watched American Idol. Didn't care about what's the other one? The Voice. This is The Voice. That stupid one. What's the other one? Is there another one? I know it's Britain Got Talent, but I think there's another one besides X Factor. Anyway, isn't there like one where they're dressed up or whatever? Is it called The Masked Singer? That sounds right. Yeah, that has to be it. Anyway, let's just get to it. Let's go. Link in the description. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, play.
All it took was 12 nasty sentences.
It's absolutely disgusting. You have no identity.
For this horrible X Factor judge to lose her entire career permanently.
Damn.
But with evidence suggesting it was deliberately planned by producers, there are layers to this story you likely haven't ever heard.
I haven't heard the entire anything about it.
It involved 2 X Factor judges.
Oh, he looks like a suck ass.
Natalia Kills and her husband.
Her name's Natalia Kills. That's not her real name.
Willie Moon.
Willie Moon. Your name's Willie Moon. Are you a fucking blues singer? Get the fuck out of here. Willie Moon.
Episode. For example, 4 months before losing everything, they'd promote X Factor on the red carpet with the most arrogant interview ever.
It's going to be a very exciting journey. No, I'm kidding.
Turning the audience against them before the season even started. It's funny because neither of them are the nice one. I get the creepiest vibes off these two. They're like cartoon characters that are purposefully written to be hated, which it seemed they were almost pleased with.
What? Ew, I don't like the animation. Ew, never do that again. Stop the animation. Ew, those are disturbing.
House down.
I just thought it seemed like a good idea to try and set fire to the house after an argument with my boyfriend. Yeah, I'm like that kind of crazy.
While her husband's interviews might have been even worse.
When was that released? Just a couple of months ago.
I'm not really sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's all out of your head?
I really don't know anything what's going on. I'm here I've been forced here.
They should have never been chosen as X Factor.
I don't know if those were worse. I don't know if that one was worse. Admitting you burned down someone's house, or I don't want to be here. No, nobody wants to be at any interview. Why the fuck would they? Honestly, to be fair, that's actually relatable, if anything. Yeah, honestly.
But it turns out they'd last only one single episode. The broadcast started with a pretty dark foreshadow.
Well, you know I like a bit of trouble.
Yeah, we are live, Natalia. I'll just remind you that we are live. You're going to be trouble.
But despite claiming that she liked a bit of trouble, Natalia was fairly gracious toward the other contestants.
You are fantastic.
Okay.
That would be until Joe Irvine took the stage, with his performance igniting the darker side of Natalia's personality.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to state the obvious. We have a doppelganger in our midst.
Despite Joe performing in basic formal attire, Natalia made the claim that he'd copied her husband's style.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband. From the hair to the suit, do you not have any value or respect for originality?
To which Joe responded by paying her a compliment.
Thank you, Natalia. You're beautiful.
Natalia responded to this by insulting Joe again.
It's absolutely disgusting. You have no identity. Stand it. I'm ashamed to be here.
Which was followed by more insults from her husband, who likened Joe to a serial killer.
I feel like you're going to stitch someone's skin to your face and then kill
What the fuck? You look like a fucking, like one of those guys in The Purge that just gets the mask on and go hunts people down.
Natalia tore him down again.
I think I look really good.
Hey, you look great,
You
bro.
look good because you're dressed as my husband.
Being opposite to the advice that she'd offered in a
What are you talking about? It's not even the same suit.
interview.
What piece of advice would you give?
This is the same bitch? Wait, hold on.
To the advice that she'd offered in a previous interview.
What piece of advice would you give to
sort of young, aspiring musicians.
Do whatever you feel like, because that's what's honest.
During this same video, she displayed her love for the internet, although as a result of her X Factor episode, it seemed this opinion was about to change rapidly. Natalia's embarrassing blob was instantly uploaded to YouTube, where it gained
I've never heard of this at all.
4.5 million views in under
Never heard of this.
hours.
Almost 10 years ago?
And
What?
as you might expect, some pretty funny comments.
Copied
She said he
Cleopatra.
copied her husband, but she copied Lord Farquhar. Just like her husband, did her husband invent suits? She must have been so pissed when Justin Timberlake released Suit and Tie, while a different YouTuber named Christopher Wayne made his own interesting discovery.
Willie Moon isn't so original himself.
Showing that Willie Moon's song What I Want used the same chords and even lyrics as a Spinal Tap song from the 80s.
Wait, what?
Lauren Mulcahy then showed an even worse example, showing that Willie Moon's Yeah Yeah music video had shaped
Who the fuck is Willie Moon?
closely copied an Italian video from the
Wow.
1970s.
Wow, 100% copy. I mean, usually that's not. There's a lot of music video. I'm not a big music guy, but there are a lot of music videos out there that they don't copy, but they pay tribute to other things. So that might be what this is, but like, it just. Being found out after saying like you're unoriginal to that one guy, and also
70s. So instead of just
usually the inspiration is, it's obvious that it's inspiration more so than copy, so that might be 100% I have no
copying
idea.
the concept,
I don't even know who Willie Moon is. In 10 minutes after I'm done recording this, I'll forget who Willie Moon is.
copied the music and filming style all the way to the camera angles. Wow. Viewers were even more brutal
okay,
on
so it was
Willie's
just copy
music
everything,
videos, as they'd state, you copied the name of the moon. Don't you have any respect of originality?
Yeah, you
Which was
fucker.
extra funny given the couple was still fairly unknown themselves.
Who is she?
Why were they fucking invited?
Who are you, Natalia Kills?
However, as highlighted by a different comment reading, I saw this all over my FB page and thought to check it out. The story was spreading rapidly.
Now to an X Factor scandal that's making headlines around the world.
But as the incident began to threaten Natalia's life, the judge that sat beside her would try to calm the backlash. He'd state, I'm completely against bullying, but fighting fire with fire ain't the way. Although while Stan Walker chose to stay professional, the fourth judge, Melanie Blatt, wasn't quite so gracious. She'd tweet, I've tried to keep my cool and stay professional, but really Natalia Kills? Sorry,
okay.
love, you're a twat.
I thought she was gonna be like, don't talk my fellow judge or some shit. Nah, fuck that bitch.
Mel then added this during a morning radio interview.
I think she should apologize.
Yahoo! Get the fuck out of here.
Joe. I just think Joe deserves an apology. I don't think it was fair what they said to him.
While even
No.
Simon Cowell would give his own opinion. It was hateful, she sounded mad, it didn't even make sense.
Exactly.
Natalia finally responded 4 days later, writing, at last, I'm relieved that I'm finally able to break the silence before telling her side of the story. The show brought me on to bring my passion, dramatic expression, and perspective. I was encouraged to be outspoken and things got out
You
of hand.
attacked him though. That's not out. What the? It doesn't make any sense. If he came out and he looked exactly like your husband, like actually, then he would have a point. Even if that was the case, I would have been like, what?
And Joe,
I would have probably laughed.
I hope you can forgive
like,
me
what
and
the
I wish
fuck?
you all the best.
You
Being
look
natural,
exactly like, what the
unconventional,
fuck?
and be you, which is followed by a similar explanation from her husband. The show encourages judges to be forthright and highly opinionated.
Willie
it went too
Moon.
far, and I
Dude, he
never
only has fucking 226 retweets.
intended
What?
to single anyone out.
And favorites.
I wish the contestants, crew, and particularly Joe all the best, although this didn't fix anything. Ha ha ha, now you say something, but your career is over. Oh wait, it never started. The career which was getting started was ironically Joe Irvine's, as his previous X Factor audition gained hundreds of thousands of views. He'd be tweeted by Ed Sheeran, who wrote, don't worry about what anyone else says, man. Enjoy yourself with it, that's what singing is about, not what other people think. While Lord sent Joe a handwritten card with cupcakes.
Oh, yo, cupcakes, yum yum. Wait, who sent?
Not what other people think. While Lord sent Joe a handwritten card with cupcakes. Meanwhile, for Natalia and her husband, viewers filed complaints with official government.
That girl? Wait, that's her, right? What else she do? And she did that one cover of do 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 do. That was in like every trailer, like 10 years ago. What was that song? Do 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 do. Everybody wants to rule the world, right?
Please, while a petition titled "Take Natalia Kills Off X Factor."
I don't know. I almost want to say like she should have stayed there for longer. I would love to have just more drama. I mean, it sucks when someone's attacking a contestant, but like I don't know.
Gained 70.
We could have a potential moment where the contestant fights back. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, fuck you, bitch!
Orders which had been labelled as a victory because the couple was fired before their second episode, with the show's chief executive stating, while the judges on X Factor are expected to provide critiques of the performances, we will not tolerate such destructive tirades from any of the judges. We no longer have confidence that Kills and Moon are the right people to perform the role of X Factor judges, and they will leave the show effective.
Why did you ever think they were?
Natalia was then also fired from her record label.
Oh no!
With UK X Factor.
Switch your name to Natalia Dead, bro.
Walsh stating, she'll never work again, I reckon. Honestly, I mean, who's gonna hire her?
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna spoil this for myself right now. Natalia kills. Okay, does she do anything? What was our live present? Let's see. The band is expected to release their debut solo studio album. Okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Never mind. All right, so she's not. She hasn't quit.
As a
She's still
result,
doing
they
stuff.
chose to leave the country, solidifying the couple had lost absolutely everything.
Whoops.
But was the whole thing even real?
Oh.
When we talked about Natalia's apology, we ignored one specific sentence. A lot goes on behind the scenes of a reality show, and what you see isn't always the whole story. Willie had made a similar claim writing, the reality of reality TV is that there's a lot the viewer doesn't see, and whilst they were both leaving the country, Natalia stated this.
I don't know if I'd believe this, but okay.
There are many sides to the story, and I am not about to get an entire industry in trouble that has been going on for years and years, entertaining the masses.
Were they trying to avoid accountability, or had the stunt...
Sounds like they were. I feel like she went just too far. You know, she wanted to go nuts and have like a viral moment happen, and she went too far by. I don't know.
Been planned by X Factor. The performance itself was certainly a bit suspicious.
But like, it doesn't make any sense if they're gonna do that. Wouldn't they have gotten Joe to actually look like her husband? Like with the same suit? I mean, the same fucking suit. It's a suit.
Yes. In a video taken by an audience member, Natalia looks toward her husband as if they were already both on board with the judgment that they'd give. It was also a little too convenient that in the one.
Well, if she's looking at I'm assuming Joe's on the stage, right? So maybe she's looking at him like, what? That's like the same, like looking at her like, that's the same suit, right? I don't know.
Our 55-minute episode, Joe just so happened to be the show's last performance, as if he was put there deliberately so they could end the show with a bang.
Okay. All right.
Their comments were also in contrast to Joe's original tryout, where the couple offered love, positivity, and encouragement, while we could also observe his natural dress style to be the opposite of Natalia's husband. Why the sudden change to formal?
Well, one was the audition, the other one was like he made it to the next, right? So that would make sense to me, but okay.
In a video titled The Truth About Natalia Kills, Justin Matters reached out to a former X Factor
only a year ago
producer who explained,
we purposely instructed one of the stylists to make Joe look very similar to her husband in hopes to get a reaction.
But he didn't. I don't understand.
Not Teddy herself.
If the show was truly trying to achieve a block by Willie,
I don't understand. He didn't really look like him.
Real, yet maybe she knew exactly what was planned, as she'd maintain it was a publicity stunt resulting in a viral media storm. Yet to throw another curveball, Natalia also stated this.
The idea of it being a manufactured conspiracy theory behind them, there's really nothing to it.
She might have rather been dismissing this conspiracy instead.
The judges wanted out, so they behaved like this to deliberately get kicked off the show.
As a recent Instagram post still implies her episode was somewhat staged. She writes, so who thinks TV talent shows are rigged? Just curious, totally not related to any personal experiences at all. Certainly not trying to suggest anything. What, who, me? I would never. Lose a tooth in the comments, insults, opinions, and incorrectness only thanks, seemingly writing this last sentence as she knew it was coming anyway. Despite a full 9 years passing since
What?
Natalia's infamous moment, her comments are still filled with nothing but savage criticism. For example, she recently announced that her house had been burnt down by a fire, which received no sympathy but rather comments such as, "Damn, Karma is out here doing the job," even years later.
Well, was she being serious when she said she burned down the house of her ex-boyfriend?
"Dear, your poor husband suits. Oh well, you reap what you sow, dear. Oh no, how tragic, very tragic. Karma definitely..."
Get Steven Seagal on my fucking face.
Got ya.
Oh. Alright. Alright, well... So, I don't know. Is it real? I don't know. Do I give a shit? No. I mean, it was interesting. It was interesting, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say it wasn't, but, like... I don't know if the evidence was good enough for me about it being fake. Like all right, the only one that was actually like, okay, sure, is him being the last one. But also they could have put him last just because he did so well because supposedly his performance was really good in the whatever. What was his name? Joe in something. What was it? Joe. We'll put Joe in. See if I think it was like in something, right? All right, let me look it up. I would like to see if this guy's still around. If he won, too, I would like to know. What's his name? Joe Bag of Donuts was his name? Oh, yeah, it was right there. I just saw the video. Joe Bag of Donuts. Irvine. Joe Irvine. Okay. Joe Irvine. Did he do well? Let's see. Advance, save. He was in the bottom 3? What does that mean? Eliminated 8th. Okay. So he got eliminated. But, alright. He was eliminated in competition in week 5, finishing 8th place after losing the sing-off to Nisa Collins. I don't know who that is. Alright. Alright, well. There you go. Okay. So does Joe Irvine do anything? Oh, well, that's a sad ending to that story. Anyway, whatever. There you go, that's it. There you go, that's it. The satisfying failure of a horrible X Factor judge. That's it. Hope you enjoy. Next time. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.